Hello, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jade Alycia, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 7 things that can damage your online brand's reputation. If you find this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Brand reputation, especially when you are an online brand, is literally everything. Everyone goes online to see what people think of this brand, and actually online is really where the most raw 5-star, 1-star, any type of star reviews are really confessed, because you have the option to always do anonymous, or you can reveal who you are. But 9 times out of 10, that company, if they are getting a bad review, they don't even recognize who you are as their customer. So it is a free space for everyone to share their real raw thoughts about the customer experience interaction that they had with a brand. So you want to make sure that you are taking these things seriously and that every single customer you're treating with the utmost excellence. The first thing that can cause damage to your online brand reputation is dishonesty. People hate lies. Well, the majority of people do. They expect for you to be honest, you to have clean hands, and for you to be helping them solve their issues out of the sincerity and the purity of you serving them. But they do not want to be taken advantage of. They don't want to be lied to. So you have to be as clear as you can in order to prevent this miscommunication from happening. Sometimes it is done on purpose by a lot of brands. They are truly trying to be dishonest in order to trick the person into buying from them. But sometimes brands really just do this by mistake. It's just a matter of their policies or their agreements or the fine print not being clearly defined enough that there's a loophole, and so it may seem or come across as dishonesty. But whenever you are conducting business, you have to keep in mind, is this clearly being portrayed as how it really should be and how we are saying that it is? Because if the picture that you're painting is not in sync with the picture that the customer is receiving, whether it be through service or through a physical product when they get it in hand, you're going to run into a lot of different issues. The second thing that can damage your online brand reputation is scandal. This can be anything from a personal life scandal that then trickles into your business, or a scandal of the business being involved in different business transactions that result in a scandal. This can happen in so many different ways. And the key way to prevent this from happening to your business is to make sure that you thoroughly know who you're doing business with, and that you are very particular in who you conduct your transactions with, whether it be from a brand standpoint or from a personal one-on-one people standpoint. You need to know who these people are, what their records are looking like their track record. Can you trust them? Have they been involved in scandals in the past? If so, do you really want to work with them? You have to weigh all these things out, because when things hit the fan, it's going to be on your brand's name. And if your brand's name is your own name, it's that much more important to make sure you are trying to protect it at all costs. Now, of course, scandals, sometimes you get intertwined in them and you're not really directly aligned with the key players. But even so, you have to be very particular who you allow to associate with your brand, whether it be another brand or an individual. It might be a brand ambassador, it might be a celebrity, it might be just an affiliate. Whoever it is, you really have to monitor who you're allowing to be in connection with your brand, because once they look at your brand, you're the founder. So you're going to be the one under the microscope. You're the one that's going to be taking the fall for this, and your brand is potentially going to have its name smeared. You've worked so hard to build up your brand reputation. You don't want it to get ruined from a scandal. And when a scandal happens, it is very up in the air of how your brand will be able to either move past this or collapse within it. It's very important to circumvent these things so that you don't even have to weigh out those options. The third thing that can damage your online brand reputation is a lawsuit. This can not only damage it from people simply Googling online and seeing what you are intertwined with, but this is a money suck from your business. This is going to suck out all your resources, especially if you're already a struggling business or you haven't gotten into that rhythm yet where your cash flows are guaranteed and they're flowing nicely and you know what you can expect every single year. This is really going to damage you, and it can be very hard to recover from this because lawsuits can go on for years. They're not just, okay, one day I have a lawsuit, next month I don't. This can be an extended lawsuit, which can be very, very costly. And this adds an extra burden, an extra layer on your already a day-to-day activities that you need to keep your business going. And whether or not this rules in your favor can be an additional cost or an expense, which can then collapse your business. So you want to make sure you are staying out of the way of all lawsuits possible. And this again goes back to your company policies. Make sure that they are clearly outlined. They clearly depict the expectation, what you're servicing, and any disclaimers. Make sure you are putting that in black and white, because let's say you do fall into this situation, you're going to need paperwork, documentation showing that you stated this is what the customer should be expecting, this is what the customer received. You need physical proof. You need more than just verbal, and you need more than just the interaction. You need black and white documentation. And so this is just good to have in general, even if you're never involved in a lawsuit, but you always want to be prepared and always have your evidence ready in case you need it. The fourth thing that can damage your online brand reputation is having a bad reputation in general. If your company's reputation is already bad, you're already starting off on the wrong foot, and the extension of this bad reputation, if you don't try to fix it and do some damage control, will just grow bigger and bigger and bigger until your business is going to be out of business. So having a bad reputation can be online, especially damaging through social media, through Google, and of course through your website and other platforms where they do reviews, but also having that carry over into word of mouth day to day is really bad as well. So you want to make sure that you are doing maintenance on your reputation year round to make sure that you have a good reputation, a good name, and that you have people saying positive things about your brand, because that will always bring in more customers instead of deterring them with a bad reputation. The fifth thing that can damage your online brand reputation is bad reviews. Now, everyone gets bad reviews every once in a while. We always strive to have the most excellent reviews. And if you want to know the 3 best places online to have your reviews, I have another video on that, as well as a video that shows you how to get 5-star reviews for your brand. So check both of those videos out. But like I was saying, you want to make sure you are having good reviews. Bad reviews are going to damage your reputation. And bad reviews can be caused by many different things, but most of the times it falls within the customer service department. Whether someone has ordered something that did not come as expected, or maybe they want to return something and they weren't able to, or maybe what they bought is something that they bought by mistake, or they want to return, they want a gift card, something like that, where there can be unsatisfactory feelings, and you're not resolving them as a business in a way that puts that smile back on their face, the same smile that they had when they were shopping before they made that purchase. So this all involves miscommunication, or it might simply be your company policies that then might need to be tweaked a little bit if it falls on that and it is resulting in bad reviews. Now, no brand is not going to have someone that's not unsatisfied. Like, that's just not realistic. You're not going to be able to satisfy every single person. It's normal to have, a bad review, but so that it doesn't look fake as well, because online, if you have nothing but good reviews and you have no one that's like 3 stars or below, at least one person, then that's concerning to me as a viewer, right? I think that maybe they paid for all these really good 4 and 5-star reviews instead of having some authentic customers really shop with them and see what they think. But for those that are trying to strive to do their best, it's normal to have a bad review. And those bad reviews, you need to respond to them online in a positive way in which you can fix them, but also you need to learn from them. Just because you're offering a solution, right, to that customer's problem doesn't mean that they're going to now be receptive to want to try to solve that same problem a second time. So you have to learn from your mistakes, learn from those bad reviews, and then move forward and tweak how you are servicing your customers. The sixth thing that can damage your online brand's reputation is careless imagery. And this is especially with fashion brands, I find, beauty brands, brands that are highly visual, that do a lot of campaigns, a lot of user generator content, a lot of social media content, TikToks, where you are constantly creating videos, you're constantly creating photos, you're constantly doing photo shoots. You have to be very, very careful about the images that you are finalizing to be your campaign ads, to be things that are launched on social media. Even your wording, your captions, your copywriting, make sure that nothing can be misinterpreted or offensive or can come off as you being insensitive to an issue, especially current events. You have to be up on all of that to know that your wording, your visuals are on point and are not offensive to any particular race of people, group of people, country. You have to really, 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 really double down on that, especially when you are launching large global scale campaigns. Right now, you might be small and you might just have your list of email subscribers that's 100 people or less. So you're not really looking too deeply into this, but it's very important that you do, especially if you're in fashion or beauty, because you have models and the way that you are dressing them and portraying them in your products is how you are representing your brand. So this campaign, this image goes far beyond just, we're going to run this for a month to sell this collection. This campaign is now all online. It might be on television, it might be on podcasts, it might be on social media. And once you put something out there, an image out there, know that even if you take it down and you apologize for it, people still have seen it, people have still screenshotted it, people still have it saved in their phones. Okay, and it can always resurface. So that is why when you are doing these campaigns and thinking of the concepts and the visuals and the wardrobes and the accessories and whatever you're trying to say or highlight, however you're trying to do it, you have to have a team behind this that says, okay, this is what we want to do. We've finalized everything. Now, let's just take one more good look at this to make sure it's not offensive in any way, because there are a lot of brands that get tripped up in this, and sometimes the offense is done purposely and sometimes it's not even thought of, but once it is exposed to the public looks at it and they're like, yes, this is very offensive. This will damage your online brand reputation. It is something to keep in mind, constantly reviewing, especially when there are big events that happen that shake the world, that really send shockwaves through the world. You have to look at how you are conducting yourself as a business to be sensitive to not only that group, but the people that support that group as well, in addition to your customer, because those people are most likely in your customer base. So you want to make sure you are being sensitive to all of those things, and you are looking at the visuals especially and the copy that you are doing for major campaigns. The seventh and last thing that can damage your online brand reputation is bad business deals. This goes back to what I was saying previously, when you make sure that the people that you are doing business with, you have to make sure you are vetting them. So just to expand on that a bit, when you do a bad business deal, it can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. It can cost you a lot of money, not only just because you did a bad transaction, or maybe it started out great and then it went wrong and then that partner decided to break away and then sue you. There's all different situations in which a bad business deal can occur. And the simple way, or the easiest way to prevent this is any business deal that you are presented with, whether it be big, whether it be small, whether it be from another brand or from an individual. Read through very thoroughly the contractual agreement. And don't make a decision out of impulse. Don't make it because you're looking at their reputation. Don't rush to make that decision. Read over it once. Pray over it. Go back and read over it again as you're waiting for your prayer to be answered, right? And the Lord and the Holy Spirit will let you know if this group of people, this business, this individual is someone you should be connecting your business with in this business deal. Otherwise, do not let anyone pressure you into making a split-second decision because they want you to, right? Because they want to get this going, because there's a timeline, because there's this. Anyone that's going to use pressure and try to push you into doing something, automatically say no, because you don't know what the fine print is and what the outcome of this might be long term. And it might be a decision that you regret making because it's costing you so much money to now go do damage control to fix this bad business deal, when you should have just took your time and waited for the answer like you were supposed to, because you might have said no instead of saying yes, because you allowed someone to pressure you into making the decision in the time frame and in the manner in which they want it. Don't let anyone pressure you. No one needs an immediate answer. And if you're praying and you're waiting for the Lord to answer, he's going to answer you. He might not answer you right away. Sometimes he does. But in the event that he doesn't, wait on his response, because he will give you a response. He will reveal to you who this individual truly is, what their intentions are, or this business or this brand, who they really are, if there's someone that you should be really connecting yourself to or not. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, don't forget to give a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel. Let me know down in the comments if you have any other pointers for things that can be damaging to your online reputation and how you can prevent that from happening. If you would like to be mentored by me to launch your own luxury online business, you can visit PFYUP.com. That is my mentorship program where I help you to launch your business online in 11 weeks, and I work one-on-one with you, and you go through the program. We build you a custom website, we design you a brand logo, we help you with all of your branding and your social media, everything that you need to launch successfully in 11 weeks. If you're interested in learning more about that, you can also visit the website that is in the link in the description box. It is PFYUP.com. You can sign up there, learn more, and you can also pick up my book, Profit from Your Untapped Passion. Swing by my online brands. I have Jade Alycia Inc., which is my women's sustainable accessories brand. I also have Jade Alycia Beauty, which is my vegan skincare brand. I have jwbranding.co, which is my graphic design company. And then, of course, I have PFYUP, which is my personal brand, my book, and my mentorship program wrapped all in one. I have a podcast as well by the same name. So if you're interested in hearing more on business topics and hearing advice regarding those, I have the link in the description box as well for you to listen to my podcast right on Spotify. Stop by my Amazon storefront for all your business supplies and essentials. Everything that I use in my business to work from home, you can purchase right there from my Amazon storefront and start working from home in your business as well, more efficiently. Follow me on TikTok to discover my business secrets. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!